Hey everyone, this is NHL Action Sports. Hope you're enjoying your day today. In this video, today is Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the preview. Let's get into it. So, Montreal and the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to be playing in the Stanley Cup Finals, the best of 7 here. First time that's ever happened. Two Eastern teams in the finals, because this is never going to happen again. Because usually a Western team, original Western team on the west side, and an Eastern team on the eastern side. This time, both. A Canadian team and a US team going at it here. And before this whole COVID, with the pandemic and all this stuff, if the Canadiens got really far, and the Lightning did, these two teams would be meeting in the conference finals, not the finals. That would be the farthest they would be going, and then someone would have to win, get to the finals, and then it'd be some Western team. But we have this really fun, just absolutely incredible series between the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's get into it. Let's get into the Montreal Canadiens, the visitors at this point for Game 1 and 2. 3 and 4 at Montreal, 5 at Tampa, 6 at Montreal, and then 7 for Game 7 for the home advantage team. The Tampa Bay Lightning gets Game 7. If it gets there, of course. Mandatory games up to 4. If necessary, 5, 6, and 7, of course, right? So let's look at the forwards for the Montreal Canadiens. For centers, we have is Nick Suzuki, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Eric Staal, Jake Evans, and Philippe Deneau. Now, Yoel Amir is on COVID protocol. We heard about that. He's not going to travel to Tampa, meaning that he won't be there for Game 1 and 2. So, who fits that spot? I have Jake Evans. I did not put Thomas Tatar on this list because I feel like they're not going to bring him in. You feel like you got to think of Game 1. After Game 1, Game 2 with the Jets. Remember with Jake Evans hit with the Mark Scheifele thing? Duchamp didn't bring in Thomas Tatar. He brought in Lekin in that first line, not Thomas Tatar. So you got to think they're going to bring back Evans over Thomas Tatar, right? So that's exactly what I'm thinking at this point. I just can't. I just don't see it. But if both of them are down, like Amir or Evans, they still have Tatar as a solid backup option for sure. Just a solid option, I have to just say. Let's say that. But Philippe Deneau, guys, talk about Philippe Deneau. This shutdown man, he only has 3 points in 17 games, but he can shut down the top lines. He shut down Toronto, Matthews, Marno, Hyman. You think of the Jets, he shut down Pilou Dubois. The first game of Scheifele, Wheeler, Kyle Connor, Nikolai Ehlers, and you think of now the Vegas Golden Knights, they just beat Mark Stone, Max Pacioretty, Nicholas Waugh, William Karlsson, Daniel Stevenson, guys like that. They shut them down, and they really do that. And as soon as they shut them down, Canadians can win them. Okay, you can shut down the offense, the production. And Philippe Deneau has done an absolute fantastic job, and no coincidence, it's a contract deal for him too. So he's gonna want some money here for sure. Eric Staal been fantastic. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Nick Suzuki, your 20-year-old Kotkaniemi, your 21-year-old Nick Suzuki. Really good stars there for the Montreal Canadiens. Jake Evans done such a good job. Speed, great on the penalty kill, great player like that. Absolutely fantastic. Now for the wingers, you have Tyler Toffoli, Cole Caulfield, Josh Anderson, Paul Byron, Yoel Amir, Brendan Gallagher, and Artturi Lehkonen. So those two guys, Artturi Lehkonen's been absolutely fantastic on that first line. The shutdown line with Galley and Deneau, absolutely fantastic. Yoel Amir, like I said, is on protocol. Looks like probably Evans would take that spot for him. And you have Paul Byron, his speed. He's done very well in the playoffs. Some very awesome goals. He has scored some good assists too. I think Game 1 with the Leafs, getting that game-winning goal, literally 2-1 in Game 1 against the Leafs. You think of other ones too. Just absolutely Paul Byron with that goal on Fleury, forehand, backhand. You think of that great assist, Byron to Anderson in Game 3 to take a 2-1 series lead. In overtime, you think of some great things for Byron this during this postseason for sure. And you have Josh Anderson, another guy, big boy, great speed, really fast. He only has a couple points in this playoffs. He's got 2 goals now, or is it 3 now? He was kind of slow, started to pick things up in this Vegas series, absolutely did. And yeah, that's Josh Anderson for you. And you also have his Cole Caulfield, 4 goals in the Vegas series, on the Jets series and the Leafs series, no goals in those. But man, did he start to really find his game in the Golden Knights series. He found good looks, but it was about time for him to start putting it on the board. You know what I mean? And he did that in that series. The Golden Knights series absolutely doing a fantastic job, scoring so many different ways. Robin Leonard said, "I gotcha, I gotcha." Yeah, he didn't. Absolutely just doing a fantastic job. Absolutely. And you also think of Tyler Toffoli, his experience, his goal scoring. That's your guy. Absolutely fantastic. And then you look at now the defense: Sherratt, Weber, Edmondson, Petrie, Merrill, Gustafson, and then Carey Price in goal. On the top four is overall the height is about 6'3". I believe Shea Weber's 6'4". Sherratt's like 6'3". Edmondson's 6'4", I believe. Petrie's like 6'3". Just some absolutely fantastic stuff. John Merrill's a shutdown guy too. Gustafson is more that guy who can move the puck. He's on the power play on the first unit with Caulfield, Suzuki, Perry, Toffoli. Very good. Moving the puck is Gustafson on the point. Finding, passing the Caulfield, finding Toffoli, finding Suzuki. Moving the puck really well around each player and doing a very good job. Of course, he won't be on that penalty kill. He won't have as much time. But when he's needed on the power play, they will use him. And you have Carey Price doing an absolutely fantastic job. He's just been so solid for the Montreal Canadiens. He has just been dynamite here, and he's just first time in the finals. Same thing for Weber, Sherratt, Petrie, Edmondson. He won the cup in 2019 with the Blues. Gustafson, Merrill. Merrill's been to the finals in 2018 with the Golden Knights. Toffoli winning in 2014. Caulfield's first year. Anderson, Neville, Byron Neville, Armia, Neville, Gallagher, Neville, Lecken Neville. Oh, Corey Perry. How did he? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I can't believe I forgot about Corey Perry. How dare I forget about Corey Perry? That is my bad. Corey Perry, gotta think about him too. Corey Perry, hungry. He said 1-07. Took many years to get back. Last year was his first time back in how many years? Same thing with Eric Starr. Won in 06. Never been back to the finals. Finally, this year he's back as a 36-year-old. Same thing with Perry. Getting another chance here again. Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, first chances here. Evans, first chance. Deneau's first chance in the finals. And Price, Weber, all those guys, first chance for sure. Now for the forwards for the Lightning at center, Steven Stamkos, Braden Point, Anthony Chiarelli, Tyler Johnson, and I put Point twice. Man, what am I doing? I'm slacking here, am I? Sorry about that. But those are you guys. Very good. Very good players. Absolutely down the middle is very stacked. Gold Knights, Montreal has them on the edge in the centers. Down the middle for the Lightning, pretty solid, I have to say. Stamkos, Point, Shirley, Johnson. On the wing, you have Kucherov, Palat, Gord, Killorn, Coleman, Maroon, Goodwill, Colton. Very good. Stamkos with the one-time point, just right there, 9-goal winning goal streak. It was broken in Game 7 with the 1-goal game with Yanni Gourde there, and you have Tyler Johnson, who hasn't been that bad. Kucherov is shot on the runtime on the power play. Palat, Killorn is the playoff machine. Regular season, he's okay. Comes playoffs, he's a whole nother player. Pat Maroon's very good. Coleman's solid. Colton's been very solid for them for sure. Anything on defense you have is Victor Hedman, Sergachev, Savard, McDonough, Chernak, Ruda, Shen. I think Montreal has them beat on defense. I just feel like they do, especially that right side. Sergachev hasn't had the best playoffs this year. He's been okay, but the team's winning. The same thing with McDonough. He's been okay. Not as good as we know him as to be, like last year and the years with the Rangers and all that stuff. But Hedman, haven't seen much goals from him in this playoffs. Both defense seal, very similar. Both have not scored much from the blue line. Mostly it's the forwards instead of the defense. Very interesting about that, isn't it? And of course, you have in goals Andre Vasilevsky. Without him, this team wouldn't be anywhere because McElhinney. But I know this team can score, but Montreal's got to stay out of the box. They know they have to. You got to do that because if you don't, they got in the power play and they get things rolling. You can't get frustrated and take penalties and do all that stuff because if you do, that's where they score most of the chunk of goals. On the power play, you stay away from the box. Don't take any foolish penalties. Don't do any stupid things like that. You gotta do better. Absolutely, they have to. So, yeah, that's the thing. We'll see what happens, but Montreal's gotta stay out of the box, and the Lightning's gotta score a little bit more 5-on-5. Defensively, they can do a little bit better. I know the Islanders took advantage of some slumps in some of the periods they had, um, a couple of times there, which cost them the game. I think game 6, they had, or some, not game 6, it was a game 4, something. They had a deadly second period. Just absolutely terrible by the Lightning. They can't have that stuff. They gotta really try the best. So we'll see what happens. I have Lightning in 7. I wish I would say Montreal, but I don't know. I want to say Montreal, but I I I want to say Montreal. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I say Lightning 7, but I'm not even sure about that. I'm not even gonna keep myself to that whatsoever. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say even Game 7 Lightning. Whatever happens, to be a great game, great series. Hopefully, it goes as far as it can. Prefer Montreal to win at this point. But we'll see what happens. Right. See you next video.